could stop me. Nothing can stop me.
I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here we go. 60 red.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Out of the gun, Watson being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Back to throw, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great...
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it, and the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Off of play action, it's Watson. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Watson off play action. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
Mixon running wide side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. We're scoreless after 1. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson now to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Right there, 54.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Keenan Allen from 4 yards out. And the Browns are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Dumps it off to Mixon. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on first down. Goodson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Watson to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, Watson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
But sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Watson. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down. And he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play. And that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To the air yet again, Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. The York on now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Escaping the pressure right. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Back to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it go again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play, eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Fletcher Cox drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll set up a throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Watson.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Down to about the 22 here. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
Touchdown, Browns. Keenan Allen. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. York now for the extra point.
And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 14. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 28 yards.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll look to throw again. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 61 yards.
And the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. He got 29 yards that time. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Browns are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2.
This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st down, Goodson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Steps away to his left.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Okay.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as much.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And Watson's going to throw it here. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
York on now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Down. 60 red. 60 red.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let it fly.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Blue striker.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Browns going to roll on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.